YouTuber Rishi being sued over his exposing Singapore marketing guru video hero Lilo.
This is a Singlish channel.
Hey, hello friend, can you kindly press the subscribe button and also the like button? Thank you very much, and happy watching.
If you give me 35 seconds, I'm going to share with you 3 simple tips on how I sold over 3 million worth of products on Amazon. Number 1, sell in the USA market, not the Asia marketplace. There are over 300 million people in US.
Wow. Hey Benjamin Tan, this is your video that started the halabulu you started everything Wow. YouTuber Rishi say he's been sued by the local e-commerce education company LeapVista Their advertisement for wealth-related courses are peppered throughout the YouTube and Facebook every day. Say that on the website that the goal is to empower 10,000 people to become the next wave of entrepreneur in 5 years I can do it Hey, hello, LeapVista. Where are the 6,000 digital entrepreneurs? It's already you know how? It's already 3 years So where are they Don't talk Don't talk cock Okay. Let me tell you the story behind the story Okay, what happened was Rishi put on the YouTube exposing Singapore marketing guru video and then after that LeapVista issue cease and desist letter to the YouTuber Rishi so he's so panicky he went to get crowdfunding endeavor for his legal fees. He thought that they're gonna sue him so he asked for $1 for each of his contributor so the fund went beyond the goal of 15,000 so a total of 20 over thousand so from his 1,108 backers but what happened was Rishi and Benjamin from LeapVista did not go to court so what happened was the 20,251 meant for the legal fees Rishi returned to all the donors that was happened so it's a happy ending there were so many irritating advertisement by Benjamin so even in the Facebook and also in the YouTube very irritating so I think that's why Rishi did something most of them some of the gurus are overclaiming and overselling their product and then some of them all those facts are not substantiated so they are misleading the consumer don't you think so so that's why I think he came out with something positive to address this nonsense Okay, the Singapore Code of Advertising Practice under truthful presentation 5.1 advertisement should not mislead in any way by inaccuracy, ambiguity, exaggeration, omission or likewise. More specifically, advertisement should not misrepresent any matter like to influence consumers' attitude to a product, advertiser or promoter so somebody here I think is breaking the code rule on this LeapVista website You see, you find it breaking the advertising rule. He is breaking the Singapore advertising code, advertising practice. Because Vista claim of offering supreme quality e-commerce education and learning experience. Code of practice number 5.1 stated that advertisement should not mislead in any way by exaggeration. This is exaggeration, supreme. Because this is not being quantified. How do you know it's supreme? Right, cannot also can. Wow. LeapVista claims that unethical gurus with zero track record teaching outdated strategy. This is the breaching of advertising code 5.1a, which states that misrepresent any matter likely to influence consumers' attitude to any product, advertiser or promoter is a breach of the code. Why like that one? You say you are supreme, but why make all this mistake? Even the advertising code also you can't follow. Alamak, samalah. I think you better go back to study the advertising code buy one book I don't think you have an advertising code in your office there.
Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's doing well. So finally things has come to a point where I can actually make this video to explain to you guys from the time that this has gone out of the public's eye into legal stuff and exchanges and things like that. But it has come to a conclusion right now that if you're watching this video, then clearly I can explain to you guys what has been going on from the start all the way up till right now. I think the biggest question of this entire case is there a lawsuit involved at any point of time with this case even after it went out of the public's eye? The answer is no, there wasn't any lawsuits involved. There was a lot of legal exchanges, yes, but there wasn't any form of lawsuit involved at any point of time. That's on me, and it's only fair to say that the agenda of the crowdfunding just wasn't right to you guys, right? And that's why, like I said in my 20k update video as well, that any form of money which came through the crowdfunding pile will only be used if it was a lawsuit. But again, there wasn't any lawsuits involved up till now. At this point of time, many of y'all may have already seen my Instagram that I was actually being represented by Mr. Chung Ting Fai, and ever since I got representation, right, there was a number of exchanges between both parties up until LeapVista themselves suggested that we have a meeting with our lawyers to see like if we can resolve the matter. I agreed to it as well because we really need to understand where both parties was actually coming from with our points, right? I think it will help content creators who wants to focus this as their primary niche was that they were actually okay with me commenting on their video and questioning it as to why it was so overly used on YouTube, and within that 35 seconds like we didn't get any form of answer, stuff like that, right? According to LeapVista, that was completely fair game of me doing that, but what they wasn't okay with was when I made certain statements without like fact checking it or like even getting a student who actually paid for their courses and things like that. And that's completely fair game to me, and I will take responsibility for that because for one, I've never personally paid like money to attend their course or their webinar and things like that, right? So I technically don't really have that factual statements of what is actually being taught in their courses, so on and so forth. Again, in the video, it was also said like their courses were $2,000. Benjamin himself in the meeting told me that in actual fact it's actually $997, and he was completely okay with it like being out in public because I don't think that this figure is actually on their website or things like that, except for people who attend their webinar. And the last thing would be me like clamping them together with other gurus. Like there were a lot of comments, right? And we could see that people who actually paid thousands of dollars had like real unpleasant experiences with other gurus. So clamping it together actually made it very complicated because there was different points of view. Let's put it that way. There was my point of view, and then there was their point of view, and then there's the public points of view, and then there were people who had no idea that all this like existed in the internet space. So different people can take it different way. In all honesty, if I had brought on a guest who actually paid for their courses like ever before and get like the direct question and answer kind of thing, maybe things might have been different that way. Like I said earlier, right, through the meeting, I got to understand that the full video wasn't the problem. It was parts of the video where there wasn't factual information. Like, for example, what I just covered, like pricing of the course. Instead of $2,000, it's actually $997. And then also the contents in the paid course as well. Like, I don't know what's inside. Like, people paid $997 to go inside the course, and I didn't know what was inside, right? So things like this, factual information wasn't properly put out, and that eventually did mislead people. That was the issue, and that's fair game. The thing is, by meeting them face to face, we get to understand where like different points of view was coming from, right? Like, what's my point of view, what's their take on it, and then what was okay with them in the video, why the lawyer letter, and then why in the crowdfunding campaign it was being said like they were suing me, but it was just a cease and desist. So many things, bro. We were in there for a couple hours, and there was so many things being exchanged back and forth, right? But by the end of the meeting, we decided to settle this amicably without a lawsuit and stuff like that lah. And like I said in my 20k update video, that if there wasn't a lawsuit, I'm going to refund, of course, every single cent which was taken in from the crowdfunding campaign itself. That video will come out in just a couple of days. I'm not even gonna lie, if there's one thing that LeapVista and I actually agreed upon, was that this entire issue brought upon attention to many different types of people, right? Be it like content creators or even just the general public itself. You see, it isn't wrong or anything to want to speak about such touchy topics regardless of what it is, right? But maybe the way that you bring it up might be the difference to everything. Even LeapVista themselves told me during the meeting, right? They are very open to opinions and feedbacks from anybody, but it must be based on factual content. And if there's one giant piece of fact that has been confirmed throughout this entire case, right, is that every single one of us has the freedom of speech to give our opinions and thoughts on such touchy matters as long as they are based on facts. With that being said, everything started with the video and it will end here with this video. It's time to move on into the new year to continue building what I've started, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace.
Hello! Hey, we come to the end already there. Have you pressed the button yet? Subscribe lah. Okay, thank you. Subscribe. And also press the button like. Yeah, very good. Thank you. And then have a nice day.